Hello and welcome to episode number 10 of the Cabana Boys Podcast. Today we have Eric and Jarick, part of our Scottsdale team. We're going to get to know them. It's a pretty monumental show. Episode number 10, we made it to double digits, so we brought two of our most tenured guys on the squad to talk about their experience. But first, I want to share a couple things. I do a little service highlight for every episode, and today we're going to talk about Austin, where we're called the Cocktail Cowboys. Cocktail Cowboys is a premium bartending, butler, and party hosting service. Our guys will show up in a cowboy hat, boots, Wranglers, flannel shirt, really looking the part. And they're great bartenders. They're going to make you drinks. They're going to serve food, help you with party games, really just be kind of the life of the party. Our main service is called a Cocktail Cowboys Party, but we also have a couple other ways you can experience the Cowboys. One is a brunch with the Cocktail Cowboys, where we bring Taco Deli, breakfast tacos, which is a local Austin favorite. Phenomenal tacos they have there. We also have the Cocktail Cowboys Cruise, which is a boat service. You'll go out on Lake Austin for the afternoon or the morning with two of our Cowboys and have a great time out on the lake. We have a party bus with our partnership with Tribe Bus, which is, again, where the Cowboys go out with you, have a great time rolling through downtown Austin. And then we also have game night with the Cocktail Cowboys, where we'll bring a big game box and be kind of your personal game show hosts in kind of a, sexy cowboy kind of way. So check us out in Austin, cocktailcowboys.com. And without further ado, let's get to know Jarick and Eric. You guys want something to drink?
I'm down.
All right, definitely. Let's break open the Cabana Boys cooler. Take a pick.
Oh,
take your pick.
Ultra? Yes, thank you, sir.
Perfect. No more beer for me these days, so seltzer.
Yeah, so we went to a Cardinals game on Sunday.
That was fun.
Oh my god,
it was super fun. And we get to the game, and there's
Cheers, boys.
14 of us, I think, 18 of us. Cheers.
Yeah, 18.
And so we go in the game. I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy everybody beers. And I walk up to the concession guy. I was like, can I have 14 Michelob Ultras? And the guy's like, what? Are you serious? I want to be friends with you. And I start handing them out. And Jarick's like, can I have a seltzer instead? I'm like, dude, come on.
He's like, yeah, you're gonna buy it yourself.
Yeah.
I was like, my bad, dude.
Yeah, it's all good. No worries. Thanks for joining the pod today, guys. Let's start with you, Jarick. Tell us about how you got involved with Cabana Boys. Maybe a little bit about your personal life, if you'd like, your experience.
For sure, yeah. So my name is Jarick White. I just turned 30 a couple weeks ago.
Happy belated.
Thank you. I'm originally from south suburb of Chicago.
God, that's bad.
Originally from the south suburb of Chicago. Got into bartending and events back in 2015. Moved here. Fast forward, I'm working for a video production company based out of Tempe called Voyage Pro.
That's right.
And so I'm going through the files and I see Scottsdale Cabana Boys, and I was like, what is this? And I started looking at the videos of what was going on, the girls being thrown in the pool, the drinking, the shots, everything that I was like, there's just no way people get paid to do this. So I go on the Cabana Boys website and I just find contact us. And I just send in yo, not sure if this is how I apply, but here's my Instagram. And then about 30 minutes later, Nelson hits me up. It's like, yo, let's set up a FaceTime interview. And then ever since then, October 2021, so I'm going on 2 years, I've been a Cabana Boy. It's been great.
Damn. Yeah. Time flies. 2 years.
2 years, dude.
I guess I didn't have that much to do back in when I replied.
It was I feel like when I first started, it was 15, maybe 20 of us.
Yeah.
And so it was shifts were beginning stretched thin. We were working 4 to 6 parties a weekend.
Yeah.
Now it's close to 50 of us, I feel like.
We got up to low 40s.
Low 40?
Yeah, now it's down to mid 30s, but
okay. Yeah, I mean, it's still doubled from 2 years ago, and that's a lot.
You've had a good experience?
Great experience. Yeah. This is one of my favorite jobs I've ever had, for sure.
That's awesome. Glad to hear it. What else do you spend your time doing? Do you have other jobs, or what do you do?
Yeah, so I look at myself as kind of like a hustler. I'm constantly trying to pick up, random events, just anything that I see going on. I work for the Phoenix Art Museum. I do my own events on the side, weddings, pool parties, whatever. Working for Walter Warehouse possibly soon.
Nice.
yeah, I interview with them, and so I think I might start there next weekend. Just picking up like 3 or 4 shifts a month. So I love bartending. I love events. I just love being around like different environments, something new all the time, and keeps me busy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any like, what's been your favorite part about being a Cabana Boy?
Just knowing, I feel like every time I'm about to start a Cabana Boy shift, I make sure I get everything productive I need to get done before I go into it, because I know as soon as I get there, I'm going to have some drinks with the girls. I'm going to like take a shot with them. And then from there, the rest of my day is just a party.
You're in that like mindset.
I'm in that mindset. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, let me wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym. Let me get some cleaning done, because I know as soon as I go to this Cabana Boy shift and afterwards, I'm not going to want to do anything but party.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. That's awesome, man. What about you, Eric? Tell us about you.
All right, my name's Eric Frame. I'm 32. To tell you the truth, I would have been so nervous if I had to actually apply for this job. I was working at a gym. I was doing front desk and managing at night. And Nelson was a client there, and he's seen me several times. I try to remember everyone's faces and know their names and stuff. I barely knew Nelson, and he came up to me one day. He's like, "Hey, are you free on the weekends?"
Want to grab dinner sometime?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, at first I was like, "Are you trying to ask me on a date or something?" But he's like, "No, you looking for guys for a side job, to bartend bachelorette parties, and other events." And I was thinking in my head, I'm like, that sounds awesome. But I was like, I've never been a bartender.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to entertain 14 plus women at one time. And I'm like, that sounds so nervous. So, I mean, it took me a minute to say yes.
Yeah. I remember you hesitated quite a bit.
I was hesitant for a while, but once I started my first 2 parties, I was so nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, I was okay at making drinks. I was like, I'm good at making margaritas and a couple other drinks, but like any specialty cocktails and stuff, I'm like, there's only like 1 or 2 I've ever made in my life.
Yeah.
But you learn a lot of it on the job, especially when you have bartenders like Jarick to teach you.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy. But after my first 2 parties, I was like, once you realize the girls, they don't know what to expect either. They're just as nervous as you are.
Right.
So when we make shooters at the beginning and take pictures and bring that bottle of champagne, doing the champagne shower, it's the biggest icebreaker ever.
Yeah. So
it just opens up the party. They're ready to go after that, after we pop that bottle of champagne. But that's how I got started. I've loved it ever since. I mean,
you're a pro now. Like you get lots of party extensions, good reviews. Yeah. Like you come a long way.
Yeah, it's gotta be what? Has it been 3 years? No,
not quite, but
a little over 2.
Yeah,
I started in August of your first year.
Little over 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because we started in August 2020, so you would have been about a year after that, so a little over 2.
Yeah, I love it. Probably one of the best things about the job, though, is meeting people from everywhere. Because every other state, we get a lot of Canadian parties, too.
Yeah.
Canadians are awesome to party with. They're great hype people when starting games.
Okay.
They have a chant right before you start the games. Ole, ole, ole. They keep pounding the table, and I'm like, let's go. Yeah. It's so much fun.
Are there any like, you guys meet lots of girls and customers from like different parts of the country. Are there any like themes about, Midwestern girls are whatever, Northeastern girls are blank, fill in the blank, like anything like that?
I feel like the most common like similarities I found with like a certain like region of the women is like definitely the Southern women. Okay. The ones that come from Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, they are all very like they want to do your job for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Huh. So like they know that you're coming there to like serve them drinks, like possibly, grill for them, whatever. But they're always like, what do you need? What can I get you? And it's like they're constantly going in, like grabbing us waters, grabbing us something to drink. And it's like that's just that Southern hospitality that they're so used to.
Yeah.
And it's like every time I get a party, like I hear some deep accents, we already get like in the conversation about where they're from, and next thing I know, like I'm being taken care of, and it should be the other way around.
That's funny. Now I feel like there's the hospitality aspect of it. There's probably like some like drink choice aspects as well.
Okay.
You know? I don't know. I may be making an assumption here, but I feel like the party girls are like all shots, whereas like the nice Midwestern girls are like, I just want a White Claw.
Yeah. I would say,
Maybe not.
I don't know. I feel like the California girls are the ones that I've noticed to be like the very like big shot pushers.
Really?
The big partiers. And then, I don't know. I guess maybe it will be like probably the Midwestern girls. Cause like the last 2 parties I just had over the weekend all were from Chicago and they didn't have any liquor. They just wanted beer, seltzers, and champagne.
Okay.
They were like, like we have like long nights ahead of us. Like we want to keep it
Just pacing themselves.
as they were pacing themselves. But I feel like the California girls are like the wild ones.
Let's get after it.
Yeah, let's get after
Let's go. That's funny. Just a fridge stocked with only Bud Light.
Yeah. It's always awesome when a bride will like shotgun a beer with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, heck yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, the Texas ones for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Texas girls for sure.
There's probably some groups who like are no hard alcohol at all. Like regardless of what the plans are for the rest of their weekend, they're just like beer only.
I
Yeah.
haven't run into that yet.
Really?
I just did. Yeah. It was a party that Chase had to like come save me.
Oh yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
They had nothing because they just, I believe it was a Sunday party.
Yeah.
So they just got done having like wild nights out. And so they only wanted seltzers and
relax.
champagne. And they made sure there was no liquor in the house to do shots of any type.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes that's, even the best laid plans don't end up that well. No. Well, I asked you guys to prepare 2 truths and a lie just to get to know you a little bit better. You guys have those ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go first? You want me to?
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right.
Let's hear it.
How do I start this? Like
Just 2 truths. Don't say 2 truths, then the lie, because I don't know.
for
But
sure.
in some order.
So I went on a solo road trip from here to Canada. I took a month off of work and I hiked every national park that I could throughout the entire month.
Okay.
I shot scenes for a Spike Lee movie called Jarick back when I lived in Illinois, but the scenes never made the final cut of the movie.
That's so specific. That's got to be true.
Well, the first one was that way.
And I interviewed Jesse Eisenberg about his role as Lex Luthor in his upcoming Superman vs. Batman movie.
Damn, these are hard.
See, I feel good about these.
Yeah. Okay. I would
was nervous.
I'd say the lie, even though I said it as specific, I think the lie is the Spike Lee movie.
Okay.
Eric, what do you think?
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
You're right.
How the hell do you come up with that?
So I actually auditioned in front of Spike Lee for the movie.
Okay.
But I never got a call back for it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was like, I walked into the audition and not knowing he was going to be there, and I almost shit myself. And so I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, how do you expect me to like audition in front of this guy?
So are you like do you want to get into movies, acting, that kind of stuff?
Like back in Illinois, I was like going on casting calls and that kind of stuff. And then out here in Phoenix, I've been doing some small stuff here and there, but it's like I mostly focus. That's why I love like bartending, because it helps me keep things flexible in case I can do something like that.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. And so you went on a month-long road trip solo?
Yeah. I did that back in 2018. Drove up from here to Vancouver, hiked like Yosemite, Crater Lake National Park, Redwoods National Park.
Nice.
And yeah, had a really good time.
I've been to Crater Lake.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Deepest lake in the contiguous US. Did you know that?
Beautiful. Yeah.
Geography facts here. And what was the last one? The truth?
What was that? Oh, Jesse Eisenberg.
Okay. What else has he like played?
He played Mark Zuckerberg in that Facebook movie. Yeah,
that's what I recognize.
When he was he came to Illinois State's campus where I went to college. I was a reporter for the TV station out there. So when he came to town, I got to like interview him, and then I kind of like I felt like I offended him with the question of mine, because like the crowd, like the people around me were like, "Ooh, shit! Like, did you really just ask him that?"
Really?
Well, because you like, are you familiar with Lex Luthor?
I like just by name. I don't know.
He's like, he's just known as like this big, bad, evil villain, and Jesse Eisenberg is small and frail and not Lex Luthor.
What'd you ask him? Like,
I was like,
did you like skip the workout plan for this movie? Or?
I told him, I was like, yo, so like you're like the complete opposite of what people expect Lex Luthor to be. And I didn't realize that was like rude. And then people were like, ooh, and even he gave me a face like, damn, dude, really? And I was like, so what do you bring into the character? And he like gave a great answer, but I was like, I felt bad afterwards.
Yeah. Great acting, perform my lines really well, just not good at the bench press.
For sure. Yeah.
That's funny. That's cool. All right, Eric, your turn.
All right. Two truths and a lie. All right. I went cage diving with tiger sharks.
Okay.
I got pepper sprayed by a cop.
Okay.
And then I've hiked the Grand Canyon.
Okay. So I would say Grand Canyon's definitely true. Pepper spray is probably true because I feel like some people, like I was at a bar one time down on Mill and like somebody sprayed like pepper spray and like, so technically like I got pepper sprayed even though I wasn't like a pointed at me.
A victim.
And so cage diving with tiger sharks, I think that's false. That's a lie.
You're wrong.
How do you know?
Well, I mean, we kind of fucked up before we got here. We like shared our answers.
Okay, all right. Well, what is it then?
He was right.
Oh, I was right.
Well, you said you told me you never hiked that Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I went to Horseshoe Bend a few times. And we hiked down. I took my grandma there, but I hiked down like
so you
a
lied
quarter
to me.
mile. I did. I want to throw you off.
He's playing the long game.
Yeah.
Dude,
I gotta make you look like
kidding
an
me?
idiot on here, so I don't.
I opened up to you and everything. And you fucking lied to me.
I was on Mill too. That's where I got pepper sprayed.
Really? At
Yeah.
Q Club?
No.
Oh.
We were bar hopping, and we were walking down the street. And then next thing we hear yelling and screaming, and these two guys getting in a fist fight. And this cop runs right through me and my buddy, and pepper sprays these guys. But the wind was so strong that night, came straight back in our face.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So two of the three of us have been pepper sprayed on Mill. Jarick?
I just been arrested.
Oh, on Mill?
No, not on Mill.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, this is a great commercial for Mill Avenue.
It's been a while since I've been down there.
Yeah. I
stay
got invited
away.
to go last weekend. I was like, I think I'm good.
Too young.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right. Well, let's dive into some fishbowl questions. So the way this works is each of you will pull one. We'll all answer it. And that's it.
Cool.
There's no scoring system. There's no lies or truths. Just tell the truth.
All right. Would you rather be Pitbull or T-Pain?
Oh, man.
Okay, can I go first on this one?
Yeah, go first.
Pitbull. I think he has better swag than T-Pain.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a 305.
What's that? What's the song where he's like on the beach?
I honestly,
I think all of
have
his
no
songs are like on the beach.
Probably.
Yeah. He's Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
Which beach?
Yeah, which beach?
True.
I feel like Pitbull's like, you know all of his songs, but I don't think I could name one right now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can't think
That's
of.
how most artists are for me, though.
Yeah. So T-Pain, I would rather be T-Pain because so I went to USC in college. They had this thing called Spring Fest. And so like they'd invite like one big musical act to like do a concert on campus. And T-Pain was the musical act one year. And T-Pain like doesn't really have any of his own songs. He just is like featured on other people's songs. So his entire performance was just like 45-second like features in like songs that we all know. Like he didn't do a full song. It was just like quick, like, whatever his thing is. I can't do it myself right now, but
Nappy boy.
it's kind of like being like the relief pitcher in baseball. Like you have an important job, but you're not in the game for very long.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, now that you bring that up, did you ever see him sing the national anthem at a baseball game? No. Oh my God. The guy's voice is incredible. And
Is
like,
it?
Yeah, you're you're kind of upset that like he.
Do you have like an auto tune like thing right here?
No, it's just like straight up just his voice, and he's
sing for us?
actually really good. Yeah,
I don't have no doubts that he's like very talented.
Yeah.
But as far as like his ability to create a full 3.5 minute, song.
yeah. Well,
Okay, so I'm T-Pain. You're Pitbull.
Yeah.
so Gasolina and strippers.
That fits in, I think. What do you think, Jarick? What would you rather be?
I'd probably have to say T-Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like you said, like most of his songs are features besides like that one debut album that he came out with. It's like I'm in love with strippers and like I'm Sprung. All those from back in the day.
Okay, now that you're
like,
saying these,
Yeah.
But after that, it was like all features. But it's like his features are like on most songs are like pretty solid, especially with like the people he gets to perform with. And Pitbull is like very just him on a beach with girls like shaking their asses.
That sounds like a great day to me.
But you're also bald, so
yeah.
take that into consideration. We actually had a party.
When I have that much money, I wouldn't care.
we had a party in Palm Springs a few weeks ago, and the bride apparently like loved Pitbull. So they asked us ahead of time, like, hey, if we buy bald caps and sunglasses for your Cabana Boys, will they go into the party as Pitbull?
Absolutely not.
No, we did it. We did it. Yeah.
That's awesome. I would do that for you.
We don't have the pictures, but I'm sure the pictures exist somewhere. So we got to find those.
That's hilarious.
Cabana Boys, going the extra mile, you know?
Always.
All right. Eric.
Sorry.
No, wait. Yeah.
What is your craziest / most interesting relative?
Ooh.
That's tough. I'm gonna let one of you guys go first. I gotta think about that one.
I'm not going to share one of mine because I can't think of a good one. But one of my best friends, his name's Ross, and he has
Throwing
this.
Ross under the bus.
Well, I'm throwing his uncle under the bus. His name's Uncle Dewey, and I cannot do this guy enough justice with like the wild and crazy stories that he would have. But he would just like he's now passed away, unfortunately, R.I.P. Uncle Dewey. But he would do just like really weird stuff. Like he'd cook lasagna on a barbecue, and like accidentally like leave the barbecue on, and so like several hours later, they just find like a crisp, like overcooked lasagna on the barbecue. And another one, he was an alcoholic, and he rewired the washer fluid thing. So instead of if like you pull a little lever inside the car to like spray stuff on your windshield, they would reroute the tube to go up the steering column, and like he could access the tube inside the cab of his car, and then he'd fill the container with vodka. So he'd pull the lever and vodka would squirt out, and he'd drink it while he was driving.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So
Good for him.
Uncle Dewey.
Relative. Well, okay, this is gonna sound like bullshit. I promise you it's real. So my mom's maiden name is Westbrook, and the Westbrooks are relatives with a family of the Norwoods. And so Brandy and Ray J, the singers, are Norwoods, and my granddad is first cousins with their mom. I have never met Brandy and Ray J a day in my life, but okay. I'm going to have to say Ray J only just because of the Kim Kardashian sex tape.
I would try to take advantage. I would try to take advantage of that.
I mean, it's just like everyone, like most people, like some people I know have like a celebrity relative, but like there's no actual connection. Those people don't even know I exist. I only know of them just because
they
of
will
my
after
granddad.
this podcast. They know now. This is like the Ancestry.com podcast right here.
Well, hopefully, Ray J, you're listening. Power to you. But yeah, I would have to say that because of the sex tape, that is what made Kim Kardashian who she is this day.
That's fair. What was Ray J famous for before?
He's a singer and an actor. Yeah.
Okay.
Brandy had her show Moesha.
Okay, yeah.
And Ray J, being her little brother, he had a role on the show as well. And then they both had music careers too.
So Kim K's career went like this. Mm-hmm. Ray J's
just coasted.
Yeah.
Good earbuds though.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Makes earbuds.
The Raycons, those are Ray J's company.
Oh, really?
Earbuds.
I've never heard of those. Obviously, they're not doing enough marketing. Eric, do you have any crazy relatives?
Not like you guys. I mean, like my mom came from a family of 10.
Oh,
so
that's
a lot of cousins and stuff too. And I mean, half of them are like cowboys and / rednecks and stuff. So like,
oh, I'm sure there's got to be some stories in there.
There are definitely stories. Like I've seen some fist fights and stuff, but I wouldn't call them any of them like crazy. Like I don't have a craziest one. They're all very similar. Like I've had some probably the craziest story. I had 2 cousins get air vac at the same bar at the same night. This is
Air vac'd out?
Yep.
Oh my
This
gosh.
was way out in Queen Creek when we lived back together. The closest grocery store was like 12 miles away. And they both got knocked out by the same guy because the guy was hitting on one of their wives.
Oh.
And it just went down south from there.
So the guy who was hitting on your cousin's wife
Also beat them up.
also beat him up?
Yep.
Oh boy, that's tough.
That's rough.
Tough look. Yeah. Are they still together?
No.
Okay. Oh, because of that night?
No.
Okay.
Not because of that night.
Damn, there's a fighter and he's
So when my cousin actually got put in handcuffs, his wife, so the guy that knocked out my cousins was put in handcuffs too. The wife of my cousin actually, because he knocked the 2 guys out, my cousin's wife went up and she did karate most of her life. She went and just drop kicked the guy in the nuts. Why he was in handcuffs. So she got put in handcuffs too.
oh my gosh, what a shit show.
Yes. That's probably like one of the craziest stories. I hope they don't ever hear this.
Yeah, that's fine. We
Your
don't know their
grandparents
names.
must be so proud.
Oh man. All right, let's do another one. We got time for 1 or 2 more. I'll read this one.
What did you just do?
I just all over myself.
Ooh, all right.
That's why I'm going to give me tequila shots.
You guys need to slow down over there. What song describes your life right now? It can be a T-Pain song. Or Pitbull.
Ooh, this is a good one.
I don't know if one describes my side.
Can I look through my Apple Music real quick?
Go for it.
Sure.
While you're doing
Phone
that,
a friend.
there's one song that's been my like hype song the past like 2 months. It's Bryce Vine. It's called Nobody. And basically the lyrics are like, there's nobody like me. It just gets me so hype.
I like that. Is it country?
No, not country at all. I don't
never
even
heard
know
of
how
Bryce
to.
Vine.
You haven't heard Bryce Vine? You've heard of Drew Barrymore, the song Drew Barrymore? Or Glamorama? He has a new song, Margot Robbie.
Does he just name his songs after like Hollywood starlets?
After
He likes
Barbie.
blonde. He likes blonde girls. So do I. And you have to listen to the song. I'll
Okay.
describe it. It's a good hype song.
Nobody. Okay. All right. You find one, Jarick?
Don't judge me.
Barbie.
Yep. The Barbie theme song.
I would say Alien Superstar by Beyonce.
All right.
Yeah. I saw her in concert, and that's like the #1 song of her like Renaissance album. I went to LA to go see her concert, and that song was just like the best part of it all. Yeah.
Okay.
And I like the lyrics. I like the vibe and everything the song brings. So yeah, Alien Superstar.
Are there any particular lyrics that are especially applicable?
I'm an Alien Superstar.
Yeah, obviously, dude. Yeah.
You want to be a superstar in a different world.
Just listen to the song.
Do you believe in aliens?
I definitely believe in it.
What do you guys think of that?
100%.
The like Mexico coming out with like the, we have an alien and they like just showed it. It's like open casket. Just like, here it is.
That is, I don't know. There's more. There's like other stuff like that's more believable than that. I think that is just a stem off of like the U.S. guy that said in court that aliens exist, and that's like them just like, hey, we have something and we're showing you, and it's like, no, that's not a real alien. That's what like TV. That's a TV show alien.
Yeah.
There's I do a little bit of research, and there's more out there than just like beady eyes and a little green head. And that's exactly what
I need my
show is.
tinfoil hat right now. Are you
too late for that.
Are you big into like the extraterrestrial? Like, are you?
Yeah,
All right.
for sure. I like to do I like to read up on it, and see like videos that people capture, especially here in Arizona. There's a lot that happens here in Arizona that we just don't hear about because they try to hide it.
Is it up in the
Give me
Payson?
the tinfoil, Ted. This is going down.
The Payson area has like the most sightings. I think it's somewhere up near Payson. It has like the most sightings out of the
Sholo
Really?
Sholo
That's
has some
it.
Sholo has some sightings, and it's really cool.
I'm sorry. Like, you're telling me that these aliens are like, we're gonna land in Sholo. Like, that's the spot. Out of all the entire world, like that's where they choose.
We don't know. Well, we don't know what's underground. There's probably something underground that gravitates them to that part of the world, and you just
What's
have
the
no
Tom
idea.
Cruise movie where they shoot a
real.
spaceship underground?
Armageddon?
No, Tom
No.
Cruise.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. God, what is it called? It's like they're in like Philadelphia or New York.
Yeah.
Or something.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
War of the
yeah.
Worlds. Yeah.
Such a
Is
great
that-
movie.
is that what you think
Such
can
a great
happen?
movie. Do you know what's down there?
The Earth's crust.
No, there could be more down there, and we just don't.
You think
know,
it's
and
like-
they might know?
Like natural resources.
Yeah, and I think like I don't. You know what? Do we have to get into this?
Yeah. Yes, we do, Jarick.
I just think that every planet has something that outer beings want, and that's. I mean, we keep going to Mars. There has to be a reason why we keep going to Mars. Besides trying to find out if like life can live up there. There's probably some other resources out there that we just don't know about that the government keeps from us that they're trying to reach. And the same thing with other beings out there. They're probably trying to reach Earth to get to our natural resources without having to actually kill us.
All right, seriously, give me the tinfoil. Top left drawer. Yep.
Oh, I want to make a tinfoil hat right now.
We'll close the show out.
How long have you been doing this type of research, Jarick?
I don't talk about it publicly only because like I don't want them to hear me.
Well, you are now. You are now. Here we go.
That's awesome.
You want some, Eric?
No, I'm good.
Here.
They're already here. It's too
No,
late.
we all have to do it now.
This is gonna be great.
You gotta actually make me like a creative hat though. You can't just
Here.
do a cone head.
Well, the headphones are a little restricting.
At least these aren't white.
How's it look?
Gosh.
Here. Come here.
There we go.
It's not big enough.
He's like a tinfoil sailor. Or the tinfoil pope. Oh, that looks good. Well, on that note, thank you guys for coming on to Cabana Boys Podcast. Didn't think we'd get into aliens today,
know.
but you know, we take some lefts and rights here. So thank you guys for being on the team. Anything else you want to share with the audience before we?
I just appreciate you for having us.
Yeah.
I love being on
Thank
the team.
you.
It's such a great company to work for.
Yeah. Love it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Tell your friends about this. If you got a Cabana Boys party coming up, you can meet the guys. And thanks, y'all. Talk to y'all soon.
Thank you for listening to the Cabana Boys Podcast. Please like and subscribe to get new episodes as they're released. Write to the show by sending an email to thecabanaboyspodcast@gmail.com. You can find the video version of the show on YouTube at the Cabana Boys YouTube channel. The Cabana Boys and all other related brands are also on Instagram and TikTok at Cabana Boys Podcast, the Cabana Boys, the Cocktail Cowboys, and the Cocktail Boys. This has been a T-Door production.